Hey, welcome. Today, we're going to break down how to master any high-stakes conversation, whether it's a huge job interview or a really important meeting. Let's get you on the path to becoming a way more confident communicator.
But first, I want you to think about this for a second. What if the real key to nailing that big interview wasn't just about cramming the night before? What if it's actually about building the right skills in your everyday life? That's the big idea we're digging into today.
So, to get started, we really have to go back to basics. Before we can master any interview, we have to understand what it's really all about. And honestly, it's a lot simpler than you probably think.
This right here is a really simple but super powerful way to look at it. An interview, it's not a test you have to pass. It's a dialogue. It's a two-way street, you know? Both you and the interviewer are just sharing info to see if you're a good match. Just thinking about it that way can instantly take the pressure off.
Okay, so if it's really just a conversation, how do you get better at it? Well, the cool thing is, your training ground is literally all around you. It's just hiding in plain sight.
This slide lays it out perfectly. On the right, you've got that high-stakes performance, the actual job interview where the pressure's on. But on the left, that's where the magic happens, low-stakes practice. The goal here isn't to get a job or win a deal. It's all about building that conversational muscle where there's basically zero pressure.
And I mean it. The chances to build this muscle are everywhere. Every little daily interaction you have is an opportunity to practice asking clear questions and having a structured conversation. Let me show you what I mean.
So take the bank, for instance. Instead of just, waiting in line on your phone, you could ask the teller some simple, structured questions. Things like, what are the online services you provide? Or how can I use the bank to start saving? You're basically practicing how to gather information and have a professional chat, but with absolutely no stakes.
And this works even in a super casual place like a park. You could ask a park employee some easy questions like, what are the do's and don'ts around here? Or how do people usually spend their time here? This just helps you get comfortable starting conversations and thinking on your feet. It all adds up, believe me.
All right, so you've been flexing that conversational muscle in these low-stakes situations. Now, it's time for the main event. Let's talk about how to handle those core questions that pop up in almost every single formal interview.
Yes, the classic opener. It seems so simple, doesn't it? But this question sets the entire tone for the conversation. This is your moment to share your professional story in a way that's tight and compelling. You got to make that first impression really count.
Okay, this is where it gets real. This is where the dialogue truly starts. Your job here is to draw a direct line between your skills and what they actually need. This is the ultimate, are we a good fit question.
And here it is, the one everyone dreads. But look, this isn't a trap. It's really a test of your self-awareness and how committed you are to growing. A good, honest answer here shows that you're mature and you're not afraid to improve.
And finally, we have the future-gazing question. They want to know if your personal goals line up with where the company is headed. It helps them figure out your long-term potential and your ambition.
So how do you manage all of this without your head spinning? Well, this simple framework is your best friend. As you can see, we can sort most questions into three main buckets. First, there's about you. This is where you talk about your strengths, your weaknesses. Your goal is just to tell your story confidently. Then there's about the role. Why do you want this job? Here, you connect your skills to what they need. And finally, about the future. Your 5-year plan showing that you're ambitious. If you prepare stories for each of these categories, you're not just memorizing answers, you're ready to adapt to pretty much any question they throw at you.
Okay, so you've practiced out in the world, you've got your stories ready. What's left? Let's bring it all home with 3 simple, universal keys that will unlock success in pretty much any conversation.
It really doesn't get more fundamental than this. Number 1, be polite. Simple courtesy builds a connection right away. Number 2, listen carefully. Make sure you actually understand the question before you jump into an answer. And number 3, speak clearly. When you slow down just a little bit, you sound more confident, and it makes sure people actually hear your great ideas. These 3 things tie everything else together.
So there you have it. An interview is just a conversation. Your practice field is literally everywhere you go. And success really just comes down to a few core principles. Your next big opportunity, it's probably right around the corner. So, the real question is, how are you going to prepare for it when it arrives?